Hello, I'm Dan Aykroyd. Welcome to a new season of Psi Factor. Now this year we'll be devoting our full hour to each OSIR case file, allowing us to extensively explore all new Chronicles of the Paranormal. Stay with us.
These stories are inspired by the actual case files of the Office of Scientific Investigation and Research.
Man, some Thanksgiving. If our local had some spine, we wouldn't be up here tonight.
Next time they pull something like this, I'll tell them where to go.
You'll do no such thing. I need the overtime.
It's just about pays your sitter.
Oh, I hope she got them to bed.
Check this baby out.
What the hell is that? It's not on the schematics. I'll put it back. Yeah, just work around it. What's that?
I think it's a phone.
I know it's a... They're not supposed to be hooked up yet.
Okay.
Oh!
Wait, let me see that thing again.
Hello?
Get out of there now. Did you hear me? All of you, get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of there now!
From ships lost in the Bermuda Triangle to the strange disappearance of author H.P. Lovecraft, inexplicable vanishings stimulate feelings of fascination and wonder. We search for rational explanations, finding only more questions. As in OSIR, case file number 262201.
Lindsay, I'm giving you an order. I'm giving you an order. Leave now.
What's going on? Where is he? Where is he?
Leave now.
What's going on? Where is he?
Now. Leave now.
Lindsay, you're having quite a nightmare.
I don't dream.
We all dream.
I just don't like the turbulence.
I've been reviewing the reports of this Victorine building. There's a huge chunk of the building that's just gone. And there's no debris. You know, this may be
a great many things. It may even be nothing at all.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll assemble a team. We can be there in 3 hours.
Axon, you should report to your new case manager on site. He's expecting you. He's just recently joined the organization. Please be so good as to show him the ropes.
Excuse me, sir. I thought I was case manager.
You were acting case manager. And if I may say so, you did an admirable job. We have great expectations of you.
Thank you, sir.
There's still no word on whether That's the garrison for the Victorine building have no comment.
Hey, hold on.
Authorities have said they will be issuing a statement within the hour. Stay tuned to for more details.
Get in.
Just now.
What happened? You missed the flight? I want those floors accessed sooner, not later.
Yes, sir.
It's a zoo, real zoo.
Sir, here's the initial environmental summary.
Thank you.
You're gonna be just fine. Keep the press away from her.
All right, come with me, please.
Hands on.
Oh, when did you get here? Oh, just a moment, Peter. Yeah, she's on her way down. Try to make her comfortable and give her 5 milligrams of diazepam tablet.
Lindsay.
We've been waiting for you. He's in there.
The trick is, like on any construction site, wear your hard hat, keep your tool belt slung low, and never, ever take a step backwards.
Peter Axon, Chief Science Analyst.
Matt Prager. You're late. Ray, have a look at this. No scorching. It's hanging over nothing.
The bomb, this would have buckled upwards and back. There'd be shrapnel moving away from an epicenter, so it's not a bomb. See these surfaces? Cut, but rounded. Metal and concrete didn't shear, so forget structural failure. But just for now. What do you got?
Perimeter secure, local laws cooperating. Turns out the chief of police is my second cousin.
No, that's right. You're the local boy, home for the holidays, huh? How's the search going?
It's a big building.
Yeah, I'm betting they fell to a floor just below us.
Well, the elevators aren't working. We can't access floors 47 through 51. That's where most of the damage is. The building manager, Mr. Andre Brock, says those doors were sealed electronically when the power went down. They're carbonized steel fire doors. It'll take us hours to cut through them. Oh, yeah, by the way, Mr. Brock says there's a super-cooled mainframe there.
It's a strange place for a computer that size, and normally you'd want it in the sub-basement.
Lindsay, you're up.
The missing men, Jonas Haas and Darren Vondredy, they know their way around construction. Haas practically founded the union, and Vondredy is a fourth-generation Mohawk ironwalker. He grew up in high places.
You're speaking with the families.
I'm taking care of that.
Good. Dr. Hendricks, how's Ms. Heller doing?
I'm keeping her away from the reporters. She's suffered damage to both of her retinas and a terrible fright. She was hiding for hours.
From what or whom inquiring minds want to know.
She can't say.
And those pesky environmentals.
Well, there's no seismic activity that could explain this. We're still looking into...
But you're moving things along.
Yeah. You know, this looks to me like apportation.
You mean people beaming around like on Star Trek?
Well, I was thinking that the missing material had to go somewhere.
Material? These are 2 men that are missing. How are we gonna get down to them? We'll improvise.
I want a better look. Let's get some more lights up here.
Somebody down there.
Let him go.
Axon, talk to me. Are you okay? Stay on the main shaft.
That seems clear enough. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that?
Could be anything.
Okay, I'm coming down to something here. Wow. I'm 2 stories down, looking into another air shaft. It was on forever, but I don't see anybody. Hey, that's interesting.
What?
Looks like it's fiber optics. I've never seen this configuration before.
Why would they be in an air shaft?
No, I'll go take a look.
Where did they go?
Towards the mainframe. Let me just have a closer.
Peter, can you hear me? Pull! 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 Come on! Come on, pull! Pull! Hey, one more, come on!
Just give us a minute here, Ray. Thanks. Catch your breath, okay? You okay? Yeah. Okay. Now put your listening ears on. I've read your file. I'm seriously underwhelmed. Consistent single-mindedness to the point of being headstrong. I'm paraphrasing, but you get the idea. Moves like this will not impress me. You're too valuable an asset to see splattered at the bottom of that shaft, you understand? Yeah. You're welcome. Get yourself cleaned up.
Thanks, Anton. This was definitely not my day.
What? No bright lights to capture the heroics of Peter Axon, boy adventurer?
Oh, come on.
Nothing matters except the case.
That is why we're here.
Wrong, Peter. If you want to kill yourself, do it on your own time, but don't take any more of us down with you.
I was not responsible for Connor's death.
That's right, you were not responsible.
Lindsay, why don't you check on Mr. Brock? This won't take any time.
You believe me, right, Anton? I did everything I could.
It's not what I believe. It's what Lindsay believes.
Is Frankie gonna be okay?
I hope so. Any luck in getting those doors unlocked?
Yeah, well, I've got some calls into firsthand over the tenant. They set up this access protocol, that's what they called it, but they'll get back to me with the codes for those locked floors any time now.
Thanks, Andre. You know, I used to manage an apartment block for my Uncle Frank. Summer job.
No kidding.
I hated it. If I didn't have masters for everything, I totally panicked.
Yeah, well, look, this could take longer than we hope. You hungry?
Sure. How about a pizza?
Yeah, oh, the phones aren't operative yet. It's more security. First Hanover wanted their own communication system.
Why don't you give them another call?
Oh, it's after office hours.
It's worth a try. Hey, you can put me on. Maybe the OSIR carries some weight.
I'll get the codes.
Andre, those missing men, they may be unconscious, injured.
There's no answer.
I'll work my way around counterclockwise. You check over there.
Okay.
Anybody home? You're not alone. Prager?
Yeah.
I've got a situation here. I'm gonna go and check it out.
You and Sarah watch your backs.
Oh, that burns.
Well, we'll just wait a few minutes. And if there's no improvement, we'll increase the dosage.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
The voice on the phone
Yes.
was definitely a man, frantic. He kept saying, "Get out of there, get out of there." I left him there, us, and Vondrady. I felt something was wrong, and I heard the warning. And I just left him.
Do you know where they are now?
You'll never find them, that's for sure. I ran and I saw it. My God, what was there with me?
Wait a minute.
Yes. That's what I saw.
Over here.
Okay. Oh, easy. No, I'll cooperate real good. Jackson's mystery guest. What's your name?
Denny Marlin. Who the hell are you?
See the burns?
You cops?
Maybe.
You gonna beat me?
That depends.
No, of course not. Because we all have to work together. Against them. The pod people, the bureaucrats, the Republicans. Well, we're looking for 2 men.
They're gone.
You wait here.
What is it?
Maybe nothing. Or maybe that the entire building's about to slide off its foundations. Clear out anyone that doesn't need to be here.
Andre? You've got to get going.
Denny's home base in the parking garage. It's pretty rank.
This is what he wore to keep warm. That's what Miss Helly saw.
Sorry, I'm late.
I'd be careful with that if I were you.
Why's that?
Lice. Denny was otherwise perfectly healthy. The flash burns on his hands and face are healing very nicely. But it's interesting. Both Frankie and Denny's retinal burns are consistent with receiving a blast of high-intensity light, as if you were looking into a solar eclipse.
So what did Denny see?
Oh, he saw plenty.
And the light that you saw, Denny, can you tell me anything more about it?
Yeah. The light came into the building. Looked like ropes. Real bright. I hurt to look at it. The light, it came up and over.
Up and over. The event was directional. See, I believe this to be the energy of an apportation experiment.
Here we go again. You're heading into sci-fi.
Absolutely, and I'm talking right now. Look, an average human being is comprised of 10 to the 28th power of atoms. Now, that amount of information it's astounding. To teleport that amount of information, you'd need the energy contained in 1,000 megaton hydrogen bombs.
Not to mention the means to focus that energy and information into a tight, coherent beam. Now, where did the fiber optics tie in?
Don't know yet.
Come on. It could be anything. What about some sort of psychokinetic manifestation for Frankie?
Frankie shows no such ability.
Okay, let's really go off the deep end here. What about some sort of space-time rift?
No. You gotta understand. This was an experiment, a controlled experiment. There was a telephone warning. The event had to be planned. Up and over. That's... Up and over. See, I'd really like to know who's doing the experimenting.
Digenite. That's the tenant. The service ducts that Denny described resemble a Digenite project that we stumbled across in Montana. Now, I'll have to do some more checking, but I'm guessing that First Hanover is a wholly owned subsidiary. They're a Fortune 500 company with huge financial and technical resources. If anyone can compress that kind of info, it's Digenite.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
That's what round tables are for.
Axon, run some computer models. See if the angle of the cut in the building is consistent with your theory. Maybe we can trace the source of your beam.
Yeah, it's stuffy in here anyway.
Lindsay, let's grab some air. You're a real type A.
And you're not?
You're my senior data analyst, right? My hunter and gatherer of information. So I want you to keep working with the witnesses and on the background checks. Oh, nice digging on Diginek, by the way. But don't ever show up your fellow team members like you did with Axon back there. Okay, talk to me about the phone.
Well, the phone was dead when we arrived.
But?
But no electronic signal goes unrecorded or unrewarded.
Phone must have been active during the event.
It was. The Baby Bell thinks that someone hacked into the system. The call came from a business, the Libraire Champlain in Halifax. I'm sending a Bravo team.
I'd be more comfortable if you looked into it personally.
I'd be much more productive here.
Well, maybe, but I want my best people on the hottest leads. Oh, and take Axon with you. You might come across something that calls for a hard science whiz. Besides, could be good company. Your flight booked yet?
No, actually it isn't. I think I should stay here and continue my research on site.
You want to argue about where to stack the chairs on the Titanic? Be my guest.
Is it that bad?
Yeah. Please leave your readouts. I'll use them to track the source of your beam. If there was a beam. Oh, and let Donner tag along to Halifax. He may come across something that calls for a people person. Besides, she'll be good company. Prager, clearance code Zebra Charlie 6345.
Matthew, it's good to see you again. Looking fit? How are things?
The site's become unstable. I pulled most of the support team away and out of danger.
Have you located the missing man?
No.
Well, people do disappear every day.
But not buildings. Frank.
What is it?
You know I'm uncomfortable working with a team I didn't pick.
The reason you were brought in was to make the team work.
Yeah, but this is a bigger favor than I thought.
How are Donner and Axon?
Fine. They're en route to Halifax.
Halifax?
I'm tracing no warning call. Why?
Nothing. I once had a maiden aunt who lived in Halifax.
Lindsay, I'm giving you an order. I'm giving you an order. Leave. Now.
Lindsay, come and take this card.
What is it?
Something I left behind.
Make sure Connor's all right. Connor and Peter, they're still in there. Where's Connor? Where's Connor?
Leave. Now. Leave. Now.
Wish I could sleep in coach. We're almost there.
Case file update. The Victorine structure continues to deteriorate. Using Axon's calculations, we've traced the source of the beam. No word yet from Axon and Donner in Halifax. Prager out.
Something heavy was anchored here, about the size of a tractor trailer.
And if Axon's beam started here, what goes up? This is the end of the beam's arc.
Looks like he tangled with the wrong guy. My cousin says Haas was involved in a nasty union election.
But how do they move a chunk of an office building through town without attracting attention? Hidden under their sweaters?
This is a big city.
reach out and touch something.
Dear Lord. This is Darren Vonderdy, a portion of him at any rate. His fingerprints matched his army records.
How'd this happen? Heat? Radiation of some kind? What?
Oh, look. You see, the fleshy bits aren't charred. The autopsies reveal that both men died of drowning, but not in water. Soil, rubble, concrete, steel shavings in their lungs. They were buried alive. Take a look at this. Inside, it appears to be organic matter. If I didn't know better, I'd swear that this was human tissue, cartilage, bone.
Is that possible?
No, of course not, but there it is.
What's that shiny spot?
Let me see.
I've seen devices like this at plane crashes.
Black box?
Though they're usually orange. Always clashes, don't you think? I wonder what this sucker was meant to record. NASA.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is the place. Hello?
Miss Downer, now that you've found me, why don't you and your friend come on in?
Let's go.
Is this a good idea?
I hope so.
Would you care to join me? Or perhaps some tea?
Please. So, Mr. Kelly, you've got us here.
You know, the trick with tea is to really let it steep.
Who are you?
You mean how would I describe myself? Oh, I'm a man of many spare parts. A little like a used auto dealership. And I know that I have the eyes of a tired Irish setter and the smile of a big baby. But inside myself, I have a kind of lion that devours news. I eat information, and I'm angry. I'm very, very angry. Milk or sugar?
Both, thank you. This is a beautiful piece.
I thought Dr. Hendricks was a collector.
We really came a long way for tea and biscuits, pal.
I understand.
How did you know to warn the people in the building?
Bits of information. Form a pattern like this moccasin, and they tell a story. Like a Victorine. Digitite purchased a mothballed space shuttle. They did it to salvage their black boxes. Obscure patents were licensed. And then I noticed a sharp rise in Digitite stock. And don't forget those closed Senate hearings. Coincidences, maybe, maybe not, but they form a pattern telling the story of the Victorine. And unfortunately, my call was too late.
But Digitite's only the tenant. They may be as much a victim.
The tenant? They designed that building in their own specifications.
This is a wild goose chase to take us off the real issues. It's too easy.
Oh, now this was too easy, sir. You finding me. I wanted us to meet. I hear good things.
What'd you find out there?
Oh, I don't know. Donner's crossing the I's and dotting the T's, but as far as I can tell, we've been schnookered.
Waste of time?
Yeah. First crop duster out of here, I'm on it.
Who was it?
Oh, I don't know. Some local yokel by the name of Mike Kelly tried to...
Mike Kelly?
Yeah.
What's he looking for?
What?
What's he looking for?
Matt, I can't... I'm losing the cell here, Matt. I can't hear you.
Peter, has his own concerns.
No, he doesn't. He's angry. But it's misplaced. I heard about the death of your friend Doyle. It was tragic, never should have happened, but there was nothing any of you could have done about it. So please go forward, Miss Donner. Don't go back.
Not until I find out what happened to him.
Foot soldiers like Doyle are expendable to them.
He was not expendable.
He was nothing except to you and his family and his friends. Remember the enlisted men at Ground Zero in the Nevada A-bomb tests? The military-industrial complex, they cannot resist having some human component to their unholy experiments, like the victory.
You're an alcoholic, aren't you, Mr. Kelly?
Well, I don't like the scientific ring to that, so if anyone asks you, just tell them I'm a drunk.
I keep having this dream. We're back there with Connor. We're almost at the loading dock, and he orders me out. And I go. It shouldn't have happened.
You really think you could have made a difference? You wouldn't have died yourself?
Maybe.
You got one healthy ego.
Well, you made it out. Why did you leave him behind?
Lindsay, you cannot hold me responsible for Connor's death.
There must have been some way to save him.
He was dying. And he knew it. You'd understand if you could have looked in his eyes. He ordered me to leave him behind.
So we just follow orders? Is that it?
No, we're scientists, not soldiers. No, we're not leaving no one behind.
It's too late.
Are we okay?
I don't know.
There you go.
Thanks.
I couldn't raise Prager or the rest of the team even by satellite link.
Could be sunspots. What do you think Diginet was trying to do?
Convert solid matter to digital information and win the Nobel Prize?
Or create the ultimate weapons delivery system, just reassemble the bomb where you want it.
Well, too bad the building got in the way.
Especially if they went to all the trouble to design it.
That's it. See? The building was the experiment. Okay, let's just walk through this. You're Diginite, and you're projecting a kitten.
Well, let's say a black box to record the event.
Yeah, well, whatever. The building was meant to act like a lens to focus the massive amount of information in your beam. And the mainframe on the floors below act as your guidance system.
The fiber optics link the information contained in the beam to the computer.
Yeah, and instead of acting like a lens, the building acts like a prism. And the beam bends. tossing off in the wrong direction.
Taking with it a chunk of the Victorine and the electricians.
Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Wait, what if Kelly is right? What if Frankie and Denny and the others were only meant to witness the event?
Nah, I don't think so. They weren't given goggles to protect themselves from the light.
I know who was left behind as a witness. The one person who had the code to let the electricians in, and the only person on site whose eyes were not damaged, who was prepared for the experiment. We have to tell Matt.
Yes.
Ray. I lost him.
Prager. We got a problem.
Ray, where are you? We're not... Mr. Brock. Mr. Brock.
Stay calm.
I didn't know anything was gonna happen.
I know.
Here's a few extra bucks, they said. Okay, look after things, let these guys in late at night. We're just gonna run some tests, you know? Nothing to worry about. It was just a few extra bucks.
Why don't you come inside and we'll talk?
No, I don't know.
Case manager's log. Final entry. After 3 days, the molecular structure of the Victorine building stabilized. Local news reports are blaming substandard design, corrupt subcontractors, and a union dispute for the incident. They've been briefed well. Donner is following up with witnesses and on the Digenite angle, but I'm not expecting anything there. Luckily, no essential OSIR people were injured.
Thanks a lot.
There's still some loose ends we're trying to tie up. Prager out.
That's interesting.
Within the year, the Victorine building was fully repaired and occupied. Controlled molecular disassembly and reassembly of matter has been widely exploited by science fiction writers. But as we have seen, undertaking actual experiments of this nature without strict ethical guidelines could lead to tragic consequences. For Psi Factor, I'm Dan Aykroyd.